Bachin's mantle? General Endare has another feather in her cap.
Not exactly. I heard she died recovering it. Must have been a really vicious frost troll.
I have to get her back. She's all I have. I pray you can help me, good traveler. They have her, and I'm desperate. My daughter, Laracel. Bandits took her, and I don't have the money to pay the ransom. I don't know what to do. No, it's no use. The gods are in league with the brigands, paid off. Please, no one else will help me. I believe they're keeping my daughter in a nearby camp. You have to help her.
Hello. Search my packs. You will find nothing. This one is innocent. Thank the moons. As I was just explaining, that thief nearly ran us over. You chased after him. Please, tell this fine keeper of the peace what you saw. I'm still sore from the last night I spent in the stocks. This honorable and, if I may say so, very sleek guard has mistaken me for a common sugar thief. Please, help me clear up this misunderstanding. Hush, Kobani, if you don't have anything constructive to say, don't say anything.
Surely this scoundrel is lying. I chased him here on my own 2 legs. He was only out of sight for a flick of the tail. A very good story. I don't know how a scamp like you has such good friends, Cindertail. Which way did this thief go? He made off with enough moon sugar to knock over a mammoth. Of course not. And Jode's chariot does not have the authority to launch an investigation. Shanra will not be happy. Thank you, citizen, for your vigilance. We keep the peace here in Redfur, making it safe for traders on their way to and from Eldenroot. We spend most of our time catching thieves. Return what they stole and put them in the stocks to think about what they've done. We don't hold them for long, but they usually get the message, or become better thieves. Honestly, thieves are good for business. They keep the market fluid and stop too much wealth from accumulating in one place. Until recently, Shanra would rather deal with thieves than with Thalmor bureaucrats. A reputation for being easy on thieves tends to attract thieves. The newer thieves don't give back to the people. They leave town and take their stolen goods with them. That's no good for anyone. Shanra may have to step in. He leads the Redfur trading coster. Every merchant who passes through Redfur pays him a small stipend to conduct business here. They expect a certain amount of protection from thieves in return. Jode's chariot maintains order in his name. We keep the peace here in Redfur.
Thank you for playing along. You see, Gobani? This is what true friendship is. Not standing like a drooling statue as your only friend is hauled away like so many sacks of grain. Steal. I guess that's one way of looking at it. Let's say I circumvented the market. I found the price the merchant was charging unacceptable, so I set my own. What does the merchant have to complain about? His belly is full. If they are not fed, Gobani and her sisters become most unruly. Were it not for the hollow moon, they would have eaten me whole when I arrived in Redfur. Some call them thieves, but that's such an impolite term. The hollow moon's work is charitable by nature. They procure things for people who can't afford them, yes? Here, take this token to the ruined temple and see for yourself. Gobani and I know when we have outstayed our welcome, yes? A night in the stocks might not be as bad as losing a paw, but all the same.
Please, hurry! Quickly, untie me! They could be back at any moment. Nello sent another poor bleeding heart, boys. Get in here!
Pardon my saying so, but you were obviously doing well for yourself. What brought you here? I'm surprised he had one left to hand out. Apologies, I should explain. Our agents give these to the infirm, so their need is not questioned when they petition us for aid. Cindertail was very liberal with his tokens. We thought his Sench tigers would be useful to have around, guard duty and such, but between his tiger's sugar habit and his handing out Hollow Moon tokens like candy, he practically emptied out our stores. Can you lift coin from a rich man's pocket without getting your hand stuck in it? Then talk to Valir upstairs. He might have something for you.
Hail. Fradi sent you? She thinks perhaps you can do work for us? Who are you to know so little, yet offer so much? Maybe you are less interested when you hear what we do? You are familiar with the custom of property ownership, yes? I have a thing. It is mine. You take it, it is still mine, yes? Why? Because I did not give it to you. And if you are starving, and use what you took to feed your belly, is it still mine? No. Whatever you stole, food, money to buy food, silks to trade for food, it is inconsequential next to saving you from death. You think we should work for our bread, yes? But many can't work. They're injured, sick, or just too hungry. The Hollow Moon gives them what they need. Perhaps we're wrong to steal, but if the world were a more virtuous place, we wouldn't need to. Many of them appreciate what we do. Sometimes a merchant falls on hard times. His stock is poor, or the price of sugar is too high. Then he needs us too, yes? But what about you? Are you still interested in helping the Hollow Moon? Go to the market. You will find it overflowing with goods, no doubt. From the frozen heights of the northern mountains to the sweltering arbors of Somerset. Take what you can and give to those in need. When you have done this, return here. Take these clothes. Use them to conceal yourself. If Jode's chariot catches you, tug the collar. They will burst into a flurry of unrecognizable ribbons. Use that to cover your escape. If you need another, talk to Fadi.
Hello.
I just need a coin or two.
Hail.
Regime's mantle was discovered at the Fallenesti winter site.
Regime's mantle? General Indari has another feather in her cap.
Not exactly. I heard she died recovering it. Must have been a really vicious frost troll.
Delectable sweets from the heart of elsewhere, brought here at great expense. You seem quite the discerning walker. Care to browse?
Hail.
Junk. All of this is junk, junk, junk. Greetings. My brother sleeps now, and he is quiet. A welcome reprieve if fleeting. Soon the sheikhs will return. Skooma. For 3 years he was a slave to it. I convinced him to quit, and now look. His sheikhs worsen. I fear he won't make it through the night. Thank you. Surrender willing, the alchemist will take this in trade. You have no idea how much this means to me. Thank you.
Hello there.
Hey, you're one of those Hollow Moon types. What do you got for me? Whatever you got, I'll take it off your hands. Spices, furs, some of those healing plants. Gold, maybe. Split here says he got gold once. Do you have some? If you don't, that's fine. I'm not picky. Isn't that what you do here? Hollow Moon helps people, gives them stuff. I'm just here for mine. Hey, I'm making my way same as anyone. Living's hard. You going to give me something or not?
Tell me, have you seen my nose? I think it must have fallen off somewhere. I can't smell a thing. Sane as a babbling brook. What is it babbling about? I have no idea. I have been up these past 3 nights having a conversation with my stomach. You know what it says? Nothing. My stomach can't talk. I sent it away. When the bandits came, did it lift a finger? No. And when the fields burned, it burned too. Useless. So I said, "Begone, you layabout. I will find a new arm, one with industry, and it will work for its supper." Food? For me? I'm grateful, but tell me, what's the one thing a man can never escape? An empty stomach. It just keeps chasing him down.
Take pity, yes? Khajiit has not eaten in days. My family, they starve on the roadside. Anything you can spare, please. If you have sweets, please. My little Jacques Khajiit, they mule with the hunger. Bring us sweets, father, they say to Aborapli. Could you spare any? Or money to buy them, perhaps? This one is not picky. Oh, well, where to start, eh? What do they always ask? Aduna, sauce.
Very hungry. Soup smells nice. Money for Sula. Sula say, go to trade post, buy herbs, spices, come right back. Friend, when I come here, I am alone. Sula finds me, gives me food. Big store. Ship lost under many waves. Swim for many days. Wake up, Sula is there. Cares for me. Now I care for her.
I haven't eaten in don't know how long. So sick. So hungry. What's this? Oh, thank you. You are too generous.
And what do you want? Come to stare at the fallen warrior? If you want to help, you'll put me out of my misery. Nagoth Grojothsaker struck a deal with that dog Ulthorn behind my back. Challenged me for leadership. Me, Oosh Ashblood. He lost. I had him beaten. Then he came at me like a she-wolf, slashing and tearing. His eyes, flame, his arms covered in hair. Honorless milksot beat me within an inch of my life. Took my eye. He should have finished me off. You're right. I've been a fool. Wasting away like a motherless calf waiting to die. I should be doing everything I can to strike that coward down. I will use this to buy back my weapons and armor. I will grow strong again. And when I return to Jotziger, it will be with an army at my back. Thank you. When I am victorious, I will send for you. Rouge Ashblood never forgets his allies.
Spare some food for an old coin? Not much to say, really. Used to be a jack spur back before the Comoran War. Lost the use of my legs at Cormount. Fighters Guild trades me drinks for war stories. I keep telling them I need food, not drink, but they're not the brightest lot. Don't take it the wrong way, but unless you have something for me to eat, I'm not up for talking. My stories are the only thing I have for a trade. I can't just give them away to anyone who asks. Much obliged. This is far better than anything the Fighters Guild hands out. It's even fresh. Ah, the war. Stupid waste of life, that. Bosma against Bosma. I worked as a sellsword. Figured I could at least come out a little richer. I was a long-range scout with a group that went to reinforce Gelthior at Cormount. We thought he had a better claim to the throne than Eredorn in Cormount. Maybe he did, maybe he didn't. The High Elves settled the matter. Once Somerset intervened, the Black Sap didn't stand a chance. The High Elves rained fire on our forces. It was like oblivion opened its maw and swallowed us all in Daedric flame. That's how I lost the use of my legs. Healers thought they'd have to cut them off completely. Lucky it didn't come to that. Nah, it was the High Elves that found me, buried under a pile of hot rock. If they hadn't dug me out and applied their salve, I probably wouldn't be alive. You can't blame them for doing what they had to win the war.
Shanra will not listen. He simply cannot afford further losses.
Damn. And Jode's chariot?
They are open to suggestions, but it may already be too late.
We need a way to win Shanra's favor. Tell Talira I have something in mind.
As you will.
Speak of Sheogorath, you've caused quite a stir. Merchants speak of a black wind robbing them blind. Your open hand is blessed on every street corner. If you were looking to make an impression, you have. Of course, of course. Now, I was hoping you could assist me with a rather delicate matter that has presented itself. Shanra, leader of the merchants here, has threatened to call in the Thalmor. This is a problem. Jode's chariot understands that we provide a valuable service. The Thalmor is unlikely to agree. We need to change Shanra's mind. This place was not always a trading post. It was built upon a tomb, whose gauntlet of traps have kept it sealed for generations. If the stories are true, it holds untold riches. We can use them to persuade Shanra to leave us be. There lies the trouble, yes? The only known entrance to the tomb is within Jode's Hall. The place is teeming with guards. We will need their cooperation to gain entry to the tomb. Go to Jode's Hall and speak to Talira. If I am right, she is no happier about Shanra's decision than we are. Once you are inside, you must retrieve what treasure you can and return to me here. Thank you, my friend. While many have attempted the tomb's gauntlet of traps, none have returned to tell the tale. There are many dangers ahead of you. Be careful. If Shanra calls in the Aldmeri, that's the end of Jode's chariot. They won't be necessary any longer. Besides, Jode's chariot has always respected what we do, even if they do arrest us from time to time.
You saved our high and mighty queen, eh? Ha! Naaman should have had the crown.
She's waiting.
You must be Valir's agent. When Feathers delivered her message, I was skeptical. We do not usually work so closely with one another. Still, desperate times bring out the Bondar in all of us. What is his plan? Is he mad? Why would he ask for such a thing? He knows the danger. Yes, I see. The treasure of Anabi could certainly be persuasive. It may be our only chance of keeping the Thalmor out of our affairs. I'll give you the key, but please, be careful. I don't want your death on my hands.
They've gone to see Shanra. If you hurry, you might catch them. You have it, yes? The treasure? A free agent. Not that it matters. Not really.
Greetings.
Take pity on me.
Tulara and Valier working together. Funabi, did you ever think we would see this day?
No, Shanra.
Come now, smile. Only good can come of such an auspicious alliance.
You are wise to say so, Shanra.
Such flattery. Tell me, why have you called me here?
We have a gift for you, Shanra, to show our appreciation and solidify our friendship. And I believe it has just arrived. My friend.
Shanra is honored. Tell me, what have you brought? Spices? Gemstones, perhaps? Wherever did you get this marvelous gem? Legend has it that Joan was struck by a bolt of light. For but a second, she turned from her twin, and overtaken by sadness, shed a single tear. Jode brushed it from her cheek, and it fell to the desert below. Joan's tear, such a beautiful gem. Of course not. A fanciful tale. This jewel was cut from a Varla stone by Azesas, greatest jeweler of the First Era. But it's a good story, isn't it? And will fetch a fine price. You do your friends credit. Such a prize deserves a fine reward. I thought you might have something in mind, seeing as you went through all the trouble of procuring this precious jewel. Name your price. How mercenary! You hear that, Valier? Your agent wants gold, and will have it. I am relieved. I thought you might ask me not to call the Talmor. This will cost me much less in the long run. A modest sum, yes? And I will tell our associates of your daring plunder. Greedy Khajiit from all over elsewhere will stumble over themselves, contracting your services.
I hope you are happy. This is a dark day for us all.
Only the finest merchandise.
This one sees some things he likes, but times are hard, yes?
What are you doing here? Why aren't you saving my daughter? Wait, you don't understand. They made me do it. I mean, yes, they gave me a cut of their takings, but what choice did I have? They threatened to rob me of everything I own. Anything you say. Of course, I never spent a single coin from what the bandits gave me. I couldn't stand to. I'd happily give it all to you if you'd let this go. Please? Think long and hard. It'll be worth your while, and I'll never deal with those bandits again, I promise. You don't.
Yes? What's the problem? Is that Neller the Innkeeper? He's an upstanding citizen. What? No, impossible. We've had disappearances recently, but Neller sending travelers to their doom. This is unthinkable. He didn't give you any trouble, did he? This is a blight on our community. Our own innkeeper, responsible for leading visitors to bandits. Bad hospitality. Thank you for bringing him to us. We'll see he gets what he deserves.
You should have taken the gold.
Follow nesting winter sight.
Fortune's mantle? General Endar has another